My name's Bill Thompson. I'm the General Manager of White House Utility District, and we are a water and sewer provider across 3 counties. One of our biggest challenges is water loss, and it's traditionally a big problem for all water systems, and it's becoming a bigger problem with aging infrastructure.
We've got several areas of our staff that need to respond during a water main break. We've got engineering folks, we've got operations folks, we've got customer service folks that all need to be able to respond and know what is going on with the other groups in real time.
Thank you. I'm Carl Alexander, GIS Director, and this is Pat Harold, District Engineer, and we work for White House Utility District, which is the largest water district by geography in the state of Tennessee in the United States. We have successfully implemented the Esri digital mapping platform to help maximize efficiency, improve decision-making, and enhance customer service. And we are here today to show you what our implementation looks like and also share with you how we got there. In 2012, we were like many organizations. We had a number of issues and challenges within the district. We had outdated hardware, software, and integrations. We had a good GIS, but it was only utilized by part of our staff. There was very limited access to our GIS data remotely and very little real-time spatial information. Our business processes were old and creating silos and duplication of information. Concerns that utilities face every day, like water loss, water pressure, and water outages, affects customer service, and we needed a new approach to manage these problems. Our technology and the way we do business needed to be modernized. Our general manager and our leadership team decided that the best way to tackle these problems and challenges was with GIS and becoming a truly geo-centric organization. So our GM, he emailed Jack, and Jack emailed him back. We brought in and we partnered with Esri to help facilitate this geo-centric vision and to also help plan and implement the changes needed. This was truly a collaborative effort where we had a series of workshops with Esri and staff from all of departments. We discussed their needs, their wants, their issues, their procedures, and their goals. We lined that list of initiatives up with current RGS water solutions, quickly implementing them with fast adoption. By deploying a dozen RGS solutions to meet staff's needs, we were able to jumpstart this process and get user buy-in. With all of these apps and solutions, we needed a way to organize, share, and secure them. Our next step was fully deploying our mapping portal and the entire ArcGIS platform. So this includes Collector, Explorer, Operations, Dashboard, Web App Builder, Desktop, Pro, and even other products like GeoEvent Processor. Every employee at White House Utility District has an ArcGIS Online account, giving them access to our entire GIS. And by using the ArcGIS platform, they can now view our spatial information in the office or out in the field, anywhere, anytime, on any device. With our mapping portal fully deployed, we were able to quickly configure our own applications to improve current processes while still meeting our business needs. So using this COTS approach, we could create, make changes, and deploy our own solutions in hours, not weeks or months. And as we continue this process, the quicker we were able to deploy our own solutions, which increased their value even more. Over the last 18 months, we have been able to create over 300 maps, apps, dashboards, and features on our mapping portals. Now we want to show you a few examples on how GIS is helping us solve our challenges.
It's generally accepted in the drinking water industry that every system loses some amount of water produced. In Tennessee, water loss in the form of leakage is reported to our regulators in a category called non-revenue water. This is water that cannot be sold to customers to generate revenue. Until recently, WHUD's non-revenue water volume was reported at 32% of the total produced. This is a much higher value than we'd like to see because of the negative financial impacts and public perception of waste. Aging infrastructure, a large 1,500 square kilometer service area with low customer density and relatively high system pressures contribute to the challenges of addressing this issue. We want to show you a demo now of how we're using GIS to manage workflows aimed at reducing non-revenue water. We've begun by breaking our large rural service area into smaller, more manageable pieces called district metered areas, or DMAs. Our DMA workflows allow us to focus on smaller areas containing dozens of square kilometers instead of focusing on the whole 1,500 square kilometer service area. You can see DMA features in the map on the left side of this dashboard. Actual field performance for each DMA is compared to benchmark values. This map gives a quick visual representation of where attention is needed. Green means that no response is needed. Higher priority areas are represented by yellow, orange, or red colors. We've found that simple colors on a map are a great way to represent overall system performance without a need to refer to tables or charts. Our first response for a DMA showing excess leakage is to use Esri's nighttime flow analysis solution to split DMAs into smaller areas called sub-DMAs. Our people use the sub-DMA planner tool to create sub-DMAs and identify assets that will be surveyed for leakage. This step can be repeated as necessary to refine the search area. The map on the upper right of this dashboard shows sub-DMA work activity. Using this tool, we can isolate leaks to relatively small areas like individual roads or subdivisions. At this stage of the process, our people are able to quantify leak rates and use another technology to locate individual leaks. After narrowing the search area using sub-DMAs, supervisors use Esri's leak logger planner solution to manage deployment of acoustic loggers. These devices detect noises from nearby active leaks at night when ambient noise levels are low. Field personnel use Collector on mobile devices to update the status of leak logger features. Repair crews respond in areas where leak loggers indicate leaks. You can see summary information and statistics for leak loggers in the map at the lower right of this dashboard. As leaks are repaired in DMAs and flows return to normal, DMA features change color accordingly. The entire departmental workflow for leak detection activities is summarized in this dashboard. Using Esri's water loss solutions, our people are equipped to make effective use of resources by prioritizing efforts and only responding where performance goals are not met. The ArcGIS platform gives all employees access to real-time information and progress related to this program. And back to Carl.
Another challenge that the district faces are unplanned water outages due to large main breaks because of aging infrastructure, and planned water outages due to capital projects and new development. The old way of dealing with water outages was with emails, paper maps, and phone calls. So to help streamline this process, we now use Esri's isolation trace, outage viewer, and main break notification solutions during an outage. So during an outage, staff will open up the isolation trace app, and using the trace widget, they will go ahead and specify where the main break or outage occurs. Since this solution was created with Web App Builder, it can be used in the office or out in the field on a tablet. And this widget is using our geometric network and will let staff know what valves need to be closed to isolate the break, and also how many customers and hydrants are affected. Now, once the area has been verified, staff will go ahead and input information about this outage. And go ahead and save it. So this creates an outage feature for this break. So now customers affected by this outage can go to our website, and instead of calling in, can open up our outage map. And this outage map is just an embedded web map from ArcGIS Online. There they can put in their address, search, and now see information about this outage. like when it is expected to be resolved. Once the break has been fixed, staff can go back into the application, change the status to complete, and the polygon will disappear. Water outages cannot be avoided, but by using GIS, we were able to modernize our water outage process and notification method to customers and staff.
Another regular challenge for our field personnel is knowing what water pressure should be at specific points in our distribution system. Since water pressure varies with elevation, and we've got elevation changes of up to 200 meters in our 1,500 square kilometer service area, it's really impossible to memorize what pressure should be at all locations. Customers expect our employees to be able to provide specific answers, especially when troubleshooting issues related to extreme high and low pressures. GIS gives our personnel immediate access to accurate information in any location. This empowers them to provide detailed, timely answers and resolutions to problems. We were able to quickly add our features to ArcGIS Pro and make use of Pro's 3D capabilities to illustrate how elevation affects pressure at any location. With a few minutes of analysis, we were able to create features that represent areas with low or no water pressure. We use Scene to make this data available to staff in ArcGIS Online. In this example, yellow features represent areas where we expect water pressure to be low. Red features represent areas where no water pressure is available. When a customer calls with a pressure complaint, our employees can quickly research a location without having to make a field visit to check pressure. Scene provides our people with an easy-to-understand visualization so they can confidently explain a pressure issue. One of the best things about this solution is that you don't have to be an engineer to use it or to make use of the data. We also plan to provide this tool as a proactive resource to customers so that they can research potential home sites for pressure issues before they begin construction. Pro also gives us a powerful tool to use early on in the process with the developers to illustrate how projects where we might have difficulty providing services in problem areas. As you can see in the example Carl is showing now, a design calls for homes to be located in or near a problem area. With this tool, we can give feedback early so that design changes can be made to work around the problem areas. It's also nice to have 3D when explaining why offsite improvements may need to be required. Okay, we'll go back to the slides now for a summary about some of the value that we're getting with GIS. Using GIS to manage water loss in only 1/3 of our system, we've already saved approximately $250,000 and reduced non-revenue water volume by 450 million liters. We look forward to even more savings when we're able to manage 100% of our system this way. Using GIS to do a better job with near-term planning has also allowed us to be more selective in timing and prioritizing capital improvements to accommodate growth. This ability, along with the recovered capacity by reducing leakage, has allowed us to postpone a $32 million bond issue for several years. Additionally, we're saving over $100,000 a year as a result of using GIS to optimize our business processes and giving all employees access to real-time spatial information on mobile devices. Carl?
These are just a couple of examples on how becoming a truly GIS-centric organization helps us tackle issues like water loss and improve customer service and day-to-day operations. We had 3 keys to success. First, get executive buy-in and collaborate with Esri and the users in your organizations. Find out their problems and challenges and utilize Esri's ArcGIS solutions to solve them. The second is fully deploy your mapping portal and the entire ArcGIS platform to everyone in your organization, making sure that they have access to your GIS. And the third is start creating and configuring your own focused maps, applications, services, and solutions, and quickly and repetitively deploy them out to staff, customers, and the public. Thank you for letting us share our story with you.